Monday 19th, Tuesday 11/18, Taco Tuesday, Typical Tuesday. Just saw something on the internet, Yahoo News about or something. Trump, CNBC website, something. President Trump buying stock in oil companies and defense companies and gold when this Iran conflict started or before. I don't know the exact timing. Now it's conceivable that this Iran conflict started to create problems in the stock market so people can trade and make billions, kind of like coronavirus. Or I had a thought that perhaps government people had insider information and could make big money in the stock market off of it before it became public knowledge. And that perhaps, there was gossip that it was started in a laboratory to perhaps be used as military warfare, or perhaps it was started in a laboratory to cause havoc in the world economy and stock markets so people who knew what was going on could make billions of dollars trading stocks. Insider information, doing things to create trading opportunities in the stock market, including killing people with wars and things. Well, I guess throughout history there have been wars. And I guess most wars and everything's about money, land, control. And people fighting the wars, risking their lives, their blood. They may get brainwashed into thinking it's some holy, religious, righteous thing, or, they may just, well, really, I suppose after people work, military job, like the ship starts flying, it's just purely about, it's about the money. When people do bad things to make money, it establishes precedents that it's happened, and they're making lots of money, and they're getting away with it. When people get fucked over, precedents established that it happened, and I don't like it. What am I going to do about it? So then maybe people do things, stealing, theft, murder, or, insider trading. If you work in a company and you notice things in business, from where you work, and then you use that information to buy and sell stock, is that illegal insider information? One time it's this, one time it's that. Top executives of big companies are supposed to notify the SEC when they buy and sell stock of their own company that they're an employee for. Stock options are just buying and selling on their own. And of course, some ways that's an indicator of how the company's doing. If the insiders are buying up stock of their own company, means this company's probably doing good because they're buying more of it. And if they're selling off their stock, it means that the company is not doing that good. Or they're just selling off stock to get cash or diversify or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean it's not doing good. But it can be an indicator. So all this insider trading arguments about poly markets trading, not companies, but events and things. And, the NBA players faking injuries so their buddies could make money in the betting market that, bet against them getting so many points or winning or whatever, or their individual stats. They get injured. fake injuries or get injured on purpose. So their buddies can make lots of money in the betting markets. Is it technically illegal, immoral? To take away from the integrity of the game, the sport. I mean, it's all about money. Those guys get those big giant paychecks. It's all about money. You know, as one guy said, it's one roommate older than me, 70. He said it's all staged. It's all just it's all advertising. It's all staged. I said, I don't think you can stage this. They're really out there competing in athletics. You can't stage this stuff. I don't think that the football teams are staging winning and losing. Of course, there are individual players, people who are doing things themselves, but there's too many people involved. The scheme would leak out. If the coaches tell the players on teams that we're going to lose on purpose, some of them would think, and they'd leak out the information and be public that so that there's too many people involved to do something like that. Individuals may get injured or fake injuries, for their buddies to win bets, or they got their big money contract. So they're going to get injured and they don't care because they've got their money, and they're going to get injured and maybe not play anymore, or don't care, they got their money and don't want to spend the rest of their life getting beat up on the field and crippled. Well, I mean, those are all possible scenarios. All the precedents in life create all kinds of possible scenarios for everything. Well, I went to this new bar over in Providence tonight, and I was going out for Taco Tuesday, and one bar I went to, karaoke place, tacos weren't that great, and a bunch of young people in there, and decided to go. Didn't want to go home. I was still hungry, and I want to go. I was saying that I thought about this new Prairie Village where the Macy's Jones was converted into a big sports bar brewery. So I drove over there. He was open. I asked the guy, do you have Taco Tuesdays? He goes, I don't know, do we? Or a bartender. A lot of people in there. It's a cool place, fire pits outside and games, and a lot of people. Was tonight the first night? I don't know. Another guy said, this is great, isn't it? And I go, yeah, I don't know. He goes, what do you mean you don't know? You're supposed to say, yeah. I said, I just walked in here and I'm checking it out. I read about it on the internet opening up. I mean, I'm not going to tell you it's great. I just came in to check it out. My opinion would have no credibility. It wouldn't be valid opinion if I just go along with everything you say now, would it? So I'm just going to say it, give you, I'm going to have credibility and a valid opinion on things. I'm just not a yes man here. It's like, it looks cool and everything, but this guy was just like, I don't know who the hell he was. Well, he worked at Black and Beach probably. He had some gray hair on him. Skinny guy taller than me. Golfer. I don't know. I was probably older than everybody in there. Probably older than everybody in the first place. But insider information. It's all just a big fucking bunch of shit. Just like Merrill Lynch arresting me for trespassing and saying Merrill Lynch has nothing to do with Merrill Lynch. Kansas City has nothing to do with Merrill Lynch in New York and the stock market. The entire plaza is private property. I own the real estate company that owns the plaza, and I own the stockbroker companies. They're just scum. They owe me $1 trillion. Once it's established precedent that any owner gets 100% legal respect no matter who they are, then they disrespect me and my ownership. once it's precedented that you're no different than everybody else, and they say my degrees don't matter, they're flunk out of kindergarten equivalents, they don't matter. Boom, boom, out the lies get erased. This is unbelievable. They're unfucking believable. And the fact that the police and courthouse goes with it, they're all punks. They're all flunk out of kindergarten equivalents. They're all inferior punks to me. My degrees clearly are superior to those punks. They are nothing but scum. They murdered my real dad. That lunatic was fucking a fucking fraud identity thief. They put down their inferiors that they can get away with, and they murder their superiors that they can get away with. Wilbur's at Purdue, the 3 or 4 of them, said that I'd be arrested if I went to a stockbroker office. He said it in one of the classes last semester in front of people. It's one of the reasons I just sat there and was disgusted with the place, didn't show up for graduation ceremony. They mailed me my diploma. I got it. I was thinking about what they were saying and teaching and not thinking about you're no different than everybody else as much, just thinking for myself. But that ammunition to defend myself and beat off you're no different than everybody else crap, and the inferiors who are empowered to judge and disrespect, boom, boom, out go the lights, punks. Oklahoma State crap and fraud, IBM punks, boom, boom, out go the lights. I don't have to apologize. I'm right. They're wrong. They've gotten away with it for 40 years. So I do this shit. I was watching a basketball game. The home teams were losing. Well, last night the home team lost. And now, New York was at home against Cleveland, losing by 22 points with 8 minutes or a few minutes. I don't know. They came back and went to overtime and beat them in overtime. They were down pretty bad. Looked like they were going to lose. Is that all staged? I don't think so. I don't think you can stage that shit. Too many people involved that would not go along with it and would leak out. And it's just, you can't stage that shit. Pro wrestling is staged and scripted. I guess. Those guys still look like they're getting the shit beat out of each other. Brock Lesnar came back Monday night and started doing his move on Oba Femi. Oba dominated him, and then he retired in WrestleMania, and then last night he came back. I don't know. I don't know if he gave a sneak attack on him from behind or if he just came out. Oba Femi was challenging anybody and started doing one of his moves, dropping it, picking him up and dropping him, F5 or whatever he does. Oba was on the ground looking at him kind of like the Brock was looking at Oma. Well, it's a good storyline. It's all scripted. But still, those guys are fucking physically getting shit beat out of each other. Most people couldn't take it. It hurts. It hurts too much for most people. I guess those guys are in such great shape and steroids or whatever else to kill the pain. Alcohol to kill the pain. Bite the bullet. So it did in the old days. Mom used to drink alcohol. She wasn't supposed to. One of her friends was bringing her alcohol into her nursing home. I saw her. But then I was thinking that she really wasn't the same lady. She was a different one. She looked like her. So I'm thinking, a lot of her friends and had lookalikes. Well, like the other day, I was at that Barley's and a guy older than me, but the contemporary son of one of my Mom and dad's a group of investment club. Oh, his dad was Smith Barney's stockbroker. They're all dead, all our parents, and I thought I saw him sitting at the Barley's bar and going like this. When I come walking in, oh my God. It seems to me like Dad said he was a wrestler. They think I'm a wrestler. Well, I wrestle a little bit. I don't consider that a large part of my resume, but yeah, I've wrestled before and I've beat a few people. But then again, I thought I saw that guy look like him at the casino, so I'm not sure if it's him or somebody who looks like him. Kind of like there's somebody who looks like my brother. All kinds of lookalikes running around. Murderers, frauds, identity thieves. Some intentionally have lookalikes. Some of them, it just creates chaos and anarchy. BL is minimum wage for me is based on $4 billion a year hedge fund pay. Paycheck price on business license, hand me the money, punks.